Hey there, Sunshine Express. Okay, have you ever gone to church and thought they were talking to you, like the minister didn't see anybody else? Well, today was one of those days for me, and I just got to share why, okay? First of all, most of you know my story. I kind of jumped into Mary Kay thinking it would be a few months and then I would, figure out what I really wanted to do and get my real job. And here I am, so many years later, never having to have another job, leading so many women to a life that I feel like they're so much happier with. And I don't know if you know this part, but I started in Topeka, Kansas, then I went to K-State, then I came back to Topeka, and then I was in my early 21, 22, and I decided to move to Kansas City. Didn't know anybody, didn't have any unit members, started one by one inviting a guest to other friend directors meetings, like some of them I didn't even know, and then getting team member and then getting another team member. You guys, when I started meeting by myself, there were me and a few people that I'd run into that were in Mary Kay in another unit that needed a home. And I said, okay, we'll start a meeting. And we literally had to depend on each other to bring people every week. And I'm not even kidding, in a matter of probably a few years, maybe 4 or 5 years, we had over 24 people earn free cars and become directors. Now, not all of those were in our unit, but a lot of them were. A lot of them were adopted. Their directors were somewhere else. We were just having so much fun. It's like you just catch fire when you're with other people that are on fire. And so people would come every week, maybe just because they needed us for the positivity, or maybe they were so excited because they had a great week and they wanted people who would applaud them. Whatever the reason, we just kept it going. It would grow and it was exciting and it was fun. And so we were just spinning people off left and right, okay? And then I got married and that was all awesome. Started having kids. We kept going. It was all great. And then when the kids were 1 and 3, 1 and 3, Mark got transferred suddenly. He found out, and 2 months later we were moved to Dallas, Texas. So life in Kansas City, as I was used to, was just completely changed overnight. And I came here, and of course I kept working, but it was more like I was coasting. I wasn't full of fuel, full of fire for building, because I was trying to figure out, oh my gosh, how do you get an 1.5 acre mowed when your husband's out of town? And how do you take care of a pool? We've never had a pool. How do I help my mother-in-law who had moved into town with us because she was, looking for places to live? And so I just really had my hands full being a mom and a wife, and that's where I put all my energy for quite some time. So just to tell you that, I feel like God just kept tugging. Things would happen that would just keep me close to Mary Kay. So even if I had been out kind of maybe not focusing on building and not doing classes and facials a lot, somebody would come along and maybe I'd go over and they'd, buy mascara and then eye makeup remover, and then I'd be giving them a facial, and then I would just remember how much people love this product. So I always had my hands on it, and I would always travel back and try to help the people that I first supported. So anyway, during that time though, I did lose a little bit of confidence, because when you're not out there doing it, you're just a little bit less confident. And when you're not getting dressed, you don't feel like you look as good as everyone else. But things would always kind of reel me back in. So I tell you that to tell you that when I began Mary Kay, I had absolutely no idea that I'd be in forever, and that my heart would would believe so much in this company and what it does for women and for families. I just had no idea. But I got that pretty quickly. I fell in love hook, line, and sinker. But I also sort of took it for granted. Like, I don't think I had heard all the worldly stories yet about how people were being treated in their jobs, or how far they were driving and how much time they were missing with the kids, or maybe how they hadn't had a raise in a year or 2 years. I mean, gosh, I remember when Mark lost his job and I could start working instantly. And within 5 months, not including any sales, just in what we did with our unit, we upped our income like $20,000. Okay, like that's real help. So anyway, so I've always been totally in love, but I've also taken it for granted a little bit. Well, I just want to tell you that there's been a lot of things happening lately, and many of you know that I've been talking to you about it, that I know we were put in this position. God wants us to become a national area. Even little things like the other day when they had that big announcement about how people can go into qualification to be a director with just 8 on their team. Oh my gosh. I found out about that first thing in the morning through a friend who is connected in a national area, because the national areas knew like a whole day before everybody else did. You guys, we have got to be the ones knowing the products first, being the ones that they take our advice about products. And more importantly than that, I believe that our unit's always been incredibly go-give. We don't take each other's customers or anybody else's customers, even if we've never heard of them. We do things the Mary Kay way. We represent Mary Kay the way Mary Kay Ash set this company up to be, and I'm so proud of that. You guys, there are women struggling everywhere, and whether they need Mary Kay for a little bit of extra money, or maybe the positiveness that could bring to them so they could be a happier wife and mom, or maybe they need a whole change of career, you know, whatever it is, I want to help more people get to that point. And so today at church, he was talking about how courageous you have to be to change, and how you have to put a stake in the ground, and how you have to let people know when something is important and when something's going to happen, and that we need to ask for prayer. So I want you to know that I believe we could be a national area within a year. All we have to do is step up. Yes, we do need some people, some women who want to become directors, but I know how to show you how to do that. If I can be taught, anybody can be taught, okay? But we also need people praying that maybe you don't want to be a leader, but that you could meet somebody at your next skincare class, or somebody could approach you online and maybe they have a desire to be a leader and they need a change in their life. So there are so many ways that we can fan out, but I just want you to know that one of the reasons that we set up the Success Summit the way we did is because I just kept hearing from God that I needed to work with people to show them what this would look like, to show them what it could mean for them, to teach them specific skills that maybe you're not getting at regular meetings, but that would help in every aspect of your life. And so I'm so excited that that's coming up. But we put stipulations on it because that's what I was guided to do. And that is that you've been facialing people and that you've been working to do the challenge this month and last month. So that's why I keep asking, and I have to stick to that. And I hope you understand why. We are going to have so much fun. I have so many super cool things planned that those of you who aren't sure if you want to come, if you get invited, you're going to want to come, or you're going to be like having the fear that you totally missed out on something big, because it's going to be exciting, heartwarming. You'll feel like you have bonds that will last forever when we're done with this. But you're going to learn a lot. You're going to be very, very thankful. So anyway, that's a little off the subject, but what I'm coming to you today is to say, we are going to put a stake in the ground and make something big happen. I'm willing to go and work with whoever wants to work on whatever level. If you want to hold parties and get a bunch of customers, I'm willing to come and help you do that. If you want to be a leader, quick or slow, I am willing to help you do that. And so I'm going to tell you that we are going to become a national area. We are going to be a leader in this company so that when all the top nationals who were trained by Mary Kay Ash retire, that we're going to step right in and fill out that role so that we can continue to put God first, continue to put our family second, and continue to keep Mary Kay in third place. And that's not put under the carpet. There are a lot of things. If you haven't read Mary Kay's autobiography, Miracles Happen, that comes in your kit, read that right away and know that that's how I want us to always run our business, and we are. And so if you want to be a part of the movement, if you want to be on board and have fun, I'm asking you, tune into our Sunshine Express Facebook and also the Relentless. You know, we need not just our unit members, but we need second line people too, which means those in our offspring directors, we need directors from them. So there is a place for everyone to play if you want to be a part of it. If not, pray, how can you help this to happen? And just know that I'm going to try to do better at keeping you posted. Sometimes I keep my goals a little bit to myself because I'm always more worried about helping you and not putting something on you that's more than maybe you're ready for. But you know what? I felt today like knock, 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 knock. It goes hand in hand. Some people need to be a little bit pushed because that's what Mary Kay does for us. She offers us prizes that make us push ourselves, because if we push ourselves, then we see that we're capable of more, that we're stronger than we thought we are. And then we know we can do more, whether it's the next time we have to stand up for our child at school, or whether it's the next time that we have to, you know, do something big, talk to somebody who is needs to be empowered by Mary Kay. We get stronger. So anyway, I'm telling you that I'd love for you to be on board with this. If not, pray on how it could be incorporated into your life, or how I can do more of it. You guys together, we are so special. So special. And the longer you're in Mary Kay, the more that you'll know that. But I appreciate you. I love you to pieces. I hope my rattling makes sense. I just had to like come straight outside and just tell you what was on my heart, because I truly felt like, okay, I'm listening. And anyway, I love you, and I can't wait to hear your responses to this. And I hope you're working hard to get to our Success Summit. All right, bye-bye.